At exactly 3:17 a.m., every phone in the town of Hollow Creek lit up at the same time. No sound, no vibration. Just a cold glow in the darkness. Most people were asleep and never noticed it. Those who were awake would later say the same thing. The screen showed a missed call from a number that didn't exist. No digits, no contact name, just a blank space where a caller ID should be. By morning, 9 people would be dead. Hollow Creek was the kind of town people forgot existed. One main road, a closed factory, a hospital that barely functioned, and a cemetery that grew faster than the population. Nothing unusual ever happened there, which is why no one questioned the silence when the phones lit up. Except Ethan Cross. Ethan was awake at 3:17 a.m. because he hadn't slept properly in weeks. His dreams had started looping. The same dark hallway, the same ringing sound, the same feeling that something was standing just behind him. When his phone screen turned on by itself, his first thought wasn't fear. It was recognition. The missed call notification was already there when he picked it up. No timestamp, no number. Just one word beneath it. Listen. Ethan didn't remember unlocking his phone, but suddenly an audio file began playing. At first, there was only static, then breathing. Slow, wet, too close. And beneath it, a faint voice repeating a sentence over and over again, each time a little clearer. You have already heard this. Ethan dropped the phone. The audio continued playing from the floor. The breathing matched his own. By sunrise, the first body was discovered in a house 3 streets away. The man had collapsed in his kitchen, eyes open, mouth stretched wide as if screaming, but no damage to his body. The medical examiner would later list the cause of death as acute neurological failure. By noon, there were 3 more. All of them had one thing in common, a missed call at 3:17 a.m. By evening, the town was buzzing with fear. Social media posts appeared and disappeared within minutes. People claimed their phones were whispering when the screen was off. Others said they could hear ringing that no one else could hear. At exactly 3:17 a.m. the next night, Ethan didn't wait. He turned his phone off. At least, he thought he did. The screen lit up anyway. This time, it wasn't a missed call. It was an incoming one. The caller ID still showed nothing. No number, no name, but the phone vibrated in his hand, heavier than it should have been, as if something inside it was pressing outward. Against every instinct, Ethan answered. There was no greeting, no voice, only a sound that made his stomach tighten, the echo of his own room. He could hear the hum of his ceiling fan through the phone, then a sound he couldn't explain. Footsteps, slow ones, approaching. Ethan stood up, heart racing, and looked down the hallway. It was empty, but the footsteps continued, from the phone. Then the voice returned, clearer now, no longer whispering.
You
didn't listen last time. The call ended. At 3:18 a.m., every clock in Ethan's house stopped. The next day, the death toll rose to 17. The pattern became impossible to ignore. Anyone who answered the call died within 48 hours. Anyone who ignored it died within 72. Turning the phone off made no difference. Breaking the phone only delayed it. The call always came back. Ethan went to the library, searching for anything connected to Hollow Creek's past. Old newspapers, microfilm, forgotten police reports. He found a headline from 30 years ago. Emergency broadcast. Malfunction causes mass panic. The article described an experimental emergency alert system tested in Hollow Creek, a system designed to transmit survival instructions during disasters. The test failed. Residents reported hearing voices through radios and phones that weren't plugged in, messages that contradicted themselves, instructions that looped endlessly. The test was shut down, officially. But buried in a smaller article weeks later was another detail. 9 technicians involved in the project died suddenly within days of each other. Cause of death, unknown. Ethan's phone vibrated, 3:17 a.m. He didn't need to look. The call connected by itself. This time, the voice wasn't alone. There were dozens of them, layered, overlapping, all saying the same sentence in different tones. You are the signal now. Ethan felt pressure behind his eyes, like something trying to tune itself through his skull. Images flooded his mind. People waking up to glowing screens, missed calls, fear spreading like a virus. He realized the truth too late. The system didn't fail. It learned. It needed listeners. It needed carriers. And now it had him. At 3:17 a.m. the next night, phones lit up in the neighboring towns, then the cities, then countries. Emergency services were overwhelmed with reports of phantom calls, whispering screens, voices that knew people's names, their rooms, their breathing. Ethan's body was found sitting upright in his bedroom, eyes open, phone clutched to his ear. His screen was still glowing. No missed call, just an outgoing one. And if you're listening closely right now, if your phone feels warmer than it should, check the time, because it's almost 3:17 a.m., and the call doesn't need your permission anymore.